The game was a lie. Every roll of the dice, every move of a game piece, every purchase of a property on the worn Monopoly board was part of a secret, silent war. The new prisoner, a captured RAF pilot named Alistair, watched the nightly game in the barracks of Stalag Luft III, a high-security German POW camp. He saw only a simple distraction, a way for broken men to remember a world of money and freedom. But one night, he saw a senior officer, Foxy Fowler, subtly twist the base of the little silver race car token. The token came apart in his hands, and from its hollow core, Foxy tipped out a tiny, perfectly crafted compass. Alistair's blood ran cold. The game wasn't a memory of freedom. It was a blueprint for it. He was about to learn that in a prison designed to crush hope, the most powerful weapon was a child's board game, and every piece held a deadly secret. Stalag Luft III was considered one of the most secure POW camps in Germany, specifically designed to hold Allied airmen who were notorious for their escape attempts. The camp's commandant, a shrewd and observant man named Becker, ran it with a suffocating efficiency. He believed he had created a perfect, inescapable system. He allowed the prisoners Red Cross parcels, including games and books, seeing them as harmless tools to manage morale and prevent riots. He believed a busy prisoner was a compliant one. What he didn't know was that British military intelligence, MI9, had co-opted the game manufacturer. Special Allied editions of Monopoly were being secretly produced and sent to POW camps filled with contraband. These were not just games. They were escape kits, hidden in plain sight. Alistair, an intelligence officer himself, was brought into the secret by Foxy Fowler, the camp's unofficial escape officer. "It's not about winning the game, son," Foxy explained, his voice a low whisper in the dead of night. "It's about knowing how to play it." Foxy showed him the secrets. The board itself, when steamed, would peel apart to reveal a detailed silk map of the local region showing train lines and safe houses. The paper money was interspersed with real, high-denomination German Reichsmarks and French francs, perfect for bribing guards or buying passage. The little red hotels contained magnetized needles. The chance cards held coded messages. The game piece is the car, the thimble, the boot were hollowed out to hold tiny compasses, wire saws, and other essential tools. Stalag Luft III wasn't a prison. It was a powder keg, and the Monopoly board was the fuse. Alistair became a key part of the Escape Committee, a secret organization within the camp. His job, due to his steady forger's hand, was to create the perfect forged documents, identity papers, travel permits, work path. He worked in a hidden corner of the barracks, using ink made from boot polish and pens from sharpened chicken bones, his heart pounding with every approaching footstep. Other teams were at work. A tailoring department was turning military blankets and greatcoats into passable civilian suits. A security team of stooges kept watch for German patrols, developing a complex system of signals to warn the forgers and diggers. Their plan was ambitious. It wasn't for one man to escape. It was for a mass breakout. They had begun digging 3 tunnels code-named Tom, Dick, and Harry, starting from beneath the stoves in their barracks. It was a monumental feat of engineering, done with hand tools in constant fear of discovery. Commandant Becker, however, was no fool. He noticed the change in the camp's atmosphere. The men were too organized, their morale too high. He knew something was wrong. He began to increase the surprise inspections, the snap searches, looking for the source of their hope. His guards would tear apart barracks, searching for tunnel entrances, for contraband. But they never found anything. They would pick up the Monopoly board, shake it, and finding nothing loose, would place it back down, utterly oblivious to the secrets it held. The game became the perfect misdirection, a psychological shield that hid the truth in the open. The Escape Committee even used the game to vet new prisoners, inviting them to play to gauge their character, their trustworthiness, their potential. As the tunnels neared completion, the tension in the camp became almost unbearable. The Germans discovered Tom, the first tunnel, by sheer luck and destroyed it. The prisoners were devastated, but not broken. They redoubled their efforts on Harry, the longest and most ambitious tunnel, which was set to emerge in the woods beyond the main perimeter fence. The plan was set. The escape would happen on a moonless night. 200 men would go, but Becker, suspecting a mass breakout was imminent, brought in a new Gestapo officer, a ruthless man named Klaus, to finally break the prisoner's spirit. Klaus bypassed the usual camp rules. He began a series of brutal, psychological interrogations. He targeted Foxy Fowler, the old, respected leader, hoping to break him and shatter the camp's morale. Alistair and the committee knew they had to do something. They needed to distract Klaus and Becker for one final night to complete the preparations. They decided to use the game itself as their weapon. Alistair, known as a clever and arrogant pilot, publicly challenged Commandant Becker to a friendly game of Monopoly. Becker, intrigued by the psychological challenge and confident he could break the young officer, accepted. The game was set for the night of the escape in the Commandant's own office. It was a high-stakes gamble. Alistair sat across from Becker, the real, secret-filled Monopoly board between them. Klaus and Foxy Fowler, brought from his cell, watched. The game began. It was a silent, deadly battle of wills. Becker used the game to interrogate Alistair, his questions laced with threats. "You land on my property, Finch. You will pay the price." But Alistair and Foxy used the game to pass the final, crucial information. "I'll trade you," Alistair would say, pushing the race car token towards Foxy. It was the signal. "The tunnel is clear." Foxy would tap the waterworks property. The signal. "Beware of flooding near the exit." They were communicating in a language of pure, audacious misdirection, right under the noses of their captors, as the game reached its climax. The sound of an air raid siren wailed a diversion created by the escape committee by shorting out a power line. In the ensuing confusion, the first groups of men began to emerge from the tunnel exit in the dark woods. Becker, furious at the interruption, finally lost his patience. He slammed his hand on the board. "Enough games. Finch, tell me what you know." Alistair simply smiled. "I think," he said, holding up a game piece, "I'll use my get-out-of-jail-free card." The story of the Great Escape is one of history's most inspiring true tales of ingenuity and resilience. In the end, 76 men escaped through Tunnel Harry. Most were recaptured, and tragically, 50 of them were executed by the Gestapo on Hitler's direct orders. But 3 men made it all the way to freedom. The escape was a stunning victory of the human spirit against an oppressive system. It proved that even in the darkest of places, hope is not just a feeling. It is a tool, a plan, a secret weapon, and that sometimes the most powerful key to unlocking a prison is hidden in the simple roll of a dice. If this incredible true story of history's most famous escape captivated you, please show your support by hitting that LIKE button. Subscribe and ring the notification bell for more true stories of unbelievable courage and ingenuity. Now, we have a question for you. What is more essential for a successful escape? A single brilliant mind, or the unbreakable trust of a dedicated team? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching.